What's up, guys? What's growing on? So I am not in my personal truck, and if you notice, the back window is blacked out. I'm in my F450, and I've got 15 yards of that biologically active hardwood goodness in the back of the truck, and I'm delivering to my friend Sylvia over here at the Habitat for Humanity. She runs the garden there, so this isn't like your regular Habitat for Humanity. They actually have a half-acre, I don't know if it's quite a community garden, but I got a half-acre garden out back that's very diverse. Annual vegetables, perennial vegetables, fruit trees, and kind of didn't even expect to make you all this video today, but I felt really guilty. I came here about 4 or 5 weeks ago. I made a video and I had a problem with my audio. I've since fixed my mic. I was pretty upset because we got some killer footage, and Sylvia had a lot of really good stuff to share, and unfortunately I was unable to share that with you guys. So I'm actually trying to slow down on the videos right now, but knowing that I was coming for the delivery, I couldn't not do a little bit of a follow-up for y'all and just show you what they got going on over here. It's it's quite impressive for a small little community garden. So hold tight, Sylvia's doing a good job. I'll show you guys around. All right, so it's like 1:30 in the afternoon. I forgot my sunglasses, so I might be doing a little bit of squinting today, and I've still got my sweatshirt on. It's a nippy one in Florida. It was 58, I think, when I just got out of the truck, so I've got shorts on today. You guys can't see that, but I'm gonna show you where we're putting this hardwood goodness, and you can see over here, Habitat Community Garden. Actually, you can't see that far, but you get the idea. But I see big mulberries, moringas, Mexican sunflower, Barbados cherries, all kinds of cool stuff. Hold tight, this place is pretty epic. And there's my first load. So this is actually my second load today. And when I came with the first one, I was like, man, I got to come back with the camera and show you guys around this garden. So hold tight. All right, I don't know if you guys just saw that, but Sylvia was over here taking pictures of the mulch pile. People get excited about mulch. It's my kind of people. The ones that get excited about mulch, the ones that get excited about compost. This is real deal stuff here. All right, guys, I'm over here complaining about 56, 58 degrees, and you're like, it's probably like 15 degrees, negative 15 where y'all are at. I know, I'm in Florida. I really don't have much to complain about. Habitat for Humanity, we're in a completely, very urban area. Here's Madison right here, State Road 54 right over there. Everything around here is a concrete jungle. I don't think it's, very well expected that there's a, half-acre community garden hiding behind this place. So West Pasco, Habitat for Humanity, and this one's called the Restore. I'm seeing some blue porterweed, a lychee, Barbados cherry. What's your name?
I'm Sylvia, the Garden Maiden.
The Garden Maiden?
Yes.
I think we've done this once before, right?
Yes, we have.
I'm sorry it didn't work out last time, and
hey,
now it's just going to be fresh and new again, right?
Yes, it will. We've got a lot more going on, I think, since last time.
A lot more growing on now, Sylvia.
A lot more growing on.
Growing on, that's right.
Here at the garden. Well, we are at the Habitat for Humanity Restore, here located on Madison, Newport Richey, across from the post office. And right out back is this beautiful, peaceful, amazing organic garden that is a treasure to be found by anybody who comes here to the Habitat. We have our little secret door.
Whoa! So we got tubs and toilets on this side and a garden on this side.
Yes, the garden.
Whoa!
So they come through here and they say, I had no idea.
Wow, talk about like concrete jungle to life.
Yes.
Whoa.
Well, what grows on here is a lot of learning, a lot of fun, a lot of peace out here. I'd say our primary goal, we've got a lot of goals back here, but the big one I know for me, I'm a native here of Newport Richey, born and raised, and this is a great community. It's a great community full of great people, great local businesses, and the one thing I know as a parent, as a mom, someone trying to eat healthy, it is next to impossible to afford the grocery store's version of organic. And so being a part of this community, living in it, having this amazing garden, it gives me an opportunity to to grow and learn all about organic soil, mulch, and making available this fruits and vegetables, all organic, to our community without having to figure out how am I going to buy that this week. I really want it.
Wow.
Also making it open to the public to come for, volunteer opportunities. It's such a great way to connect with your community, connect with the people in it, buy amazing vegetables that are good and healthy for you, but also learn how to grow this stuff, be a part of the community. So I really absolutely love it. This is what I would call the dream job for me.
Nice. So what's this big thing right here, Sylvia? I think we missed something here.
Oh, well, we do have Mr. Papaya here.
Oh, Mr.
But
Papaya.
we have the amazing, the beautiful Moringa tree.
Oh, I see seed pods up in there and everything,
Oh, yes.
huh?
I think at some point it needs to be cut off.
It's time to top it out, huh?
Time to top it out. I have actually started moringa from these seed pods in the greenhouse, and have actually planted one that I started from seed last year in a condo that a lady, her husband bought it for her birthday.
Oh, wow.
And I went there and planted it with my son. She sent me a picture last week, so it's been at least 6 months, and it's
Still rocking?
oh gosh, it's so amazing.
Cool.
It's so amazing. It brings life. It doesn't only bring life to a garden or a home, it brings life to your body. If you have not researched Moringa, research it. This is the tree of life right here. It can give you every nutrient that your body needs. It's an amazing thing. Eat it.
I love it.
Eat it raw. Powder it up. It can be taken in any form, and it's wonderful.
So you really swear by this one?
I do. I do. And I know a lot of people who have been on medications for things like anti-inflammatories. They have you take ibuprofens or things, NSAIDs that are not good for you. That moringa tree right there will solve that problem. Wow. And has for several people I know. So imagine not having to go to a pharmacy or get a prescription and spend money on it, when you can just come to a garden or grow or purchase it yourself to have that.
It's like growing a health food store,
well,
huh?
Yes, and you can do that. You can do that. Now, every day is a learning process for me. Every day.
Is the garden your teacher?
The garden is my teacher. The volunteers are my teacher. I've got a lot of wonderful books and reference material, and I can always pick up the phone and call any one of my amazing friends, such as Pete, and ask a question and get an answer.
So don't be scared to ask. That was the takeaway there, huh?
To ask, because it's really not that difficult. The simplicity of growing organic, that fancy word that's so fancy, is really just the natural way of growing the food you eat without putting all of the crap in it, the chemicals and the things that modify to make them look so big and beautiful. It was a volunteer.
So these are all volunteers. You didn't plant these?
I did not start these from seed. They were volunteers that I started last year.
Wow.
And it just kind of volunteered.
So I see some of the beds are numbered. What is that for, record keeping, or?
It is.
Okay.
I have this amazing lady named Mary Mutz. She's, I think she's in her 70s, and she's one of the most amazing, smart women I've ever met. She actually is in charge. I put her in charge of our greenhouse. She used to run a nursery, but it was flowers. But it's pretty much kind of the same standard and setup. You're cycling things in and out.
Yeah.
So what we did is we numbered all of our boxes so that we have a chart and what we plant in at each season. We keep a record of what we're planting in at each season, what grows best where. We kind of keep it as a general note so that we can familiarize ourselves and not put the same thing in it next season.
That's smart. You're rotating.
It helps with our volunteers when we get groups of volunteers and we put out our daily chore list. Go to weed box number 28, or it helps to find the things we're looking for.
Nice. So I see fruit trees and...
We have papayas. We have the Florida peach trees, which are not doing, it's not their time.
Yeah, they've dropped leaves since I was here last.
Yes,
yeah.
they have.
Bananas were down since I was here last.
Bananas, we've got a couple of avocados. They're not producing yet, but if anybody knows, it takes a while.
They're a little
long
soft.
while.
I guess they're from seed.
Yes,
Okay.
they were from seed, but is that's an avocado
Oh,
right there.
what is this? Persimmon?
Yes, it is actually.
Nice. This grows dormant too. Cool.
Yes. We've got some squash.
Whoa!
Some squash and coming in.
I see the little baby there.
There it is. It looks like he's getting a little bit. Stop there. The baby wanted to come off. Now, you want to know what I do with this?
Compost?
I either compost it or I cut it and I give it to my chickens.
Oh.
They get vegetables and fruit.
Whoa,
pretty
whoa,
much.
whoa. We're going to have to go over there and show us the chickens. I
We
forgot
will,
about that.
because
Okay.
those are all organic chickens.
Wow.
They get fresh fruit every afternoon. I give it to them before I leave.
They
It's a
sound
treat.
pretty spoiled.
They are. They're
Oh.
my babies. We have some beautiful star fruit.
Nice carambola, yeah. I see fruit on the tree.
Oh yeah.
These are, ooh, covered.
Yes. A lot of new growth coming in.
Oh yeah, these are covered too.
We've got a
Look at this.
whole branch.
These trees are such overachievers. Look at up in here. Oh my gosh. You know how much love are you giving these? Are you giving these as much love as the chickens?
I do.
Oh, you do?
I'm very much into music as well as I am to growing.
Oh.
Music is a wonderful part of life. It's a great therapy, and the plants love it. We listen and rock out every day. Yes, we do. And I do talk to my plants.
You connected out here, huh?
I do. I am.
Oh.
We've got some purple pole beans coming in. In fact, I
Those are
just
pretty.
harvested a pound of them today
Off of this?
off of the one in the
The
center.
one over there, okay.
And I actually sold them to my volunteers. They wanted them.
Wow.
First
So, wait,
harvest.
wait, let's get that straight. They came here, they volunteered, so they work for free?
Yes.
And then you sold them stuff from the
They
garden?
wanted to purchase the beans.
That was pretty well played, Sylvia.
Well, I was going to gift it to them, and they said, no, let me make a donation. So we really do have an amazing community and group of volunteers that want to not only give their free time, but
That's
also
awesome.
give back to the garden. So that's when you know you've got a really good, I don't want to say structure, but unit here in Newport Richey.
Yeah.
You know?
It's community.
It's community, and I really did not start learning that till I got older. But then again, growing up here in Newport Richey, I was exactly that, a kid growing up here. I was at the beach, we were exploring, fishing, so there's so much to offer in Newport Richey. People just need to come outside their doors and, you know, meet people.
So did you go to school for this? I mean,
did
where'd you learn
not.
all this stuff?
I did not. I have learned all of this from some amazing, amazing people. Del DeShant, #1 person right there. Travis Moorhead. 2 amazing men that got me started in our grand garden, which is one of our first community gardens that allows people to have their own plot, grow their own fresh organic vegetables, and learn.
Now let's stop there for a second, because I think you just told me, like, you're done here for today. Where are you going now?
I am going over to the Grand Garden, which is on Grandin, Louisiana.
Whoa!
It's definitely a smaller scale than this. It's not quite a half acre, I would say.
Okay.
Not quite. That is actually next to, for anybody who's from here, the old Newport Richey Police Department. Brick
Wow.
building there. Amazing fellas, Gary Gant, Steve D'Amato's own that. It's a, I think it's a dentistry place. They make
Okay.
teeth and stuff. But they've graciously donated the property for us to have a community garden for our community. And they're amazing men. It was my first start actually in the garden community here. Again, Travis and Del have such a passion for their community, for agrarianism, living a lifestyle, using the things around you, the earth, the seeds, and the people,
Nice.
you know.
And that's not the only other garden you maintain. Is there
No, it's
another
not.
one too?
There is. It's not quite on a community level. It is community based. We grow the vegetables there for our markets.
TSA and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's off of Illinois. I call it the East Madison Garden.
Okay.
It's, Del DeShant started that one years and years ago. So I help maintain that.
Nice. So you're like a garden fairy of multiple gardens now.
I am, but you know what? There's nothing like being able to lay your head down at night and say, man, I can't wait to go to the garden tomorrow and see what's growing.
So you sleep good at night?
I sleep very good at night because of, I mean, I'm really rooted now in what I do here, and I really take a lot of love behind it. Not pride, but love and
It's important,
passion.
yeah.
It's very important.
Wow. So when I was here last, these were covered in cherries. So we don't have cherries, but these beds were fairly empty. I mean, there's so we got a little something better to look at out here, huh?
We have 92 tomato plants right now, all growing about 3 or 4 different varieties of tomatoes. We've got Romas, Cherokees, Red Russian Longs, Red Russian Yellows.
So no cherries this time, huh?
No cherries.
No little snacks for us.
I think I've caught a bloom in there too, but
They slowed down a little
they've
bit.
slowed down,
In between
definitely.
cycles, it's not too often they don't have cherries on them, huh?
No, and we have 7 Barbados cherry trees out here, 7
Wow.
of them, and they were all thriving and fruiting and.
They're just in
Oh
between.
wait, I see a baby.
Uh-oh.
I see
Uh-oh.
a baby.
I see a little one under there.
Here we go.
Whoa, there's a little tiny one there behind it too.
Yes, there's. Look at that little baby.
It's an acerola cherry. This is like eating vitamin C right here. So this is where the magic happens before it comes out into the garden, huh?
Yes, I do everything from seed back here. And
So what is this, squirrel proof?
it is squirrel proof now.
You had a squirrel problem, didn't you?
Yes, we have, but not anymore. The chicken wire is probably the best thing on here. It keeps them out.
That's really helped to keep them in check for you, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
But you know what? You're outside, you're in a garden, you're going to have wildlife. You're going to have
To be expected,
insects.
yeah.
And the best way to go about taking care of that is look at all your natural possibilities. You don't want to have to use a chemical around something you're going to eat.
Yeah, of course.
So, and it's possible. You're not going to get rid of and eradicate all bugs in the garden because you need them. There are benefits to the bugs. But in here, where all the magic happens, I like to start everything from seed. And I'll tell you why. It's a good tool to educating yourself on what each thing looks like as it's growing. You know, to familiarize yourself as it starts from the dirt to coming up in with your little seedlings. And then you got another education opportunity, transplanting.
You've had a lot of education coming out of this whole deal, huh?
Oh yes, and one of the exciting things from teaching somebody how to do the transplanting is they get so into it and they're so careful, so they're really paying attention to what they're doing, and then they come back.
Yeah.
And they want to do more, and that to me is wonderful because you got to keep up with this stuff. You know, I mean, one person could probably do a fraction of this size of a garden, but it takes a lot of hands and a lot of care to do the other parts that, you know, you walk in the garden, you see that, you don't really know what goes on in here, but you come back here and you learn and you start transplanting these little guys and coming familiar with what's growing, what we're going to put out there.
Nice.
And you've got that knowledge forever, and you didn't have to go anywhere but to a garden.
What's the big stuff I see in there? Cabbage or something? What is
We
this?
have cabbage on this end.
Okay.
We do have our cabbage growing on this end. Although we do have a rogue, old-timey blue collard green there. So we've got our cabbage. I believe we've got some 3-heart or red leaf lettuce in here. Let's see. Winter bloom spinach. So I got some spinach,
Oh, nice.
some mustard greens, and these are pretty much all collard greens with the exceptional lacinato kale. That
Oh, I see those. Yeah.
themselves, yeah, we got 3 of them.
Couple sticking away in there, huh? Oh, yeah.
1, 2, and 2 more, 5 of them.
Oh, yeah, they're all over.
Our radish clan, which I've been harvesting from.
Those have already been coming up and going to market?
That's I believe that's Florida avocado. I actually got 3 of them off of there last season.
Oh, wow. That one fruited already?
It fruited 3.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And a lot of the stuff that you see in the ground, the trees, the bananas, the papayas, the cherries, they've been in this garden before I got back here.
Wow.
Last year.
How long you been taking care of this garden?
Since September of last year.
Okay.
And I've been over at the Grand Garden since 2015.
Whoa.
When we broke ground.
So that's where you first got your feet wet, huh?
It is, and it was all by chance going to an open house at the middle school with my son, where I met Dell and Travis.
Wow.
And that was all she wrote.
That was it, no turning back, huh?
Turning back. These are my chicks.
Oh, these are the organic chickens?
This is Lola.
Oh, hey, Lola.
This is Lola, and then we've got Lucy and two sisters laying down. That's Chica.
What was this? An old aquaponic setup?
It is going to be a functional one, I hope.
Oh.
I have a volunteer, Chuck Tousell. He has one of these at his home, and he offered to come and work on
Getting you up and running again?
Up and running. They were waiting for a sump pump, which I thought that I'd put in.
So these are your media beds?
These are my beds.
Nice.
Gotten them all cleaned out and ready, and they had put the wrong pump in.
Whoops.
Yes. So, but the really cool thing is we get the tadpoles. And why do we like frogs and tadpoles? Because they eat mosquito larvae.
Tadpoles are doing it. That's awesome.
And that's all, collected rainwater, and we are run off of a well here, so we do not have city water.
That is pretty awesome.
Yes. We have a timer. I haven't had to turn the water system on because I like to do a lot of hand watering, especially with anything new you put in the ground, the seedlings. You don't want to have water beating them down. So we do a lot of hand watering and natural fertilizer, the fish fertilizer.
Yeah.
Lovely smelling fish fertilizer.
That's some good stuff, isn't it?
It really is. And again, the concept behind our aquaponics, the fish, that's where we will have our koi.
So the babies will be?
The koi, we had 13 of them in there and we lost some.
Oh.
There's nothing in there now.
We're empty.
But they're all in the pond back there.
Oh, so they're ready to come back.
There's some koi in there that big. I don't know how we're going to catch them. Gonna have to get my waders and put them on.
Have to get the net out, huh?
Yeah. That pond is actually very deep in the center, like.
Really? They really dug that thing down, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they did. This loquat tree is the first year it's going to bear fruit. I am beyond excited with this.
Oh, we got some flowers. Look at this, yeah.
And they smell so good.
Loquat Festival's right around the corner.
Yes, it is. I will be making some organic preserves out of loquats. I'm going to make some cheesecake. I made a cheesecake. I made
a loquat cheesecake?
And a loquat whipped cream.
Wow, that's incredible.
And a loquat syrup.
What can't you make loquat?
I don't know. You can come to the market every week, meet amazing vendors, amazing growers, amazing people, and get your amazing
So what market is this?
Well, the first market is Tasty Tuesday.
Oh, so you're at that same one Jim's at?
I am.
Okay.
Jim Kowaleski, amazing grower, amazing gardener, amazing man, along with all of the other people there. We've been going there now, here a year. The Grand Garden, I've been going there for 2 years now, being a support of the gardens, bringing that fruits and vegetables to everybody. People like variety.
Yeah.
And if you want variety in a farmer's market, you come to the Tasty Tuesday market. It's an amazing place that you can afford the fruits and vegetables. They even have a SNAP program so people who have food stamps can make better choices and get more for their money at a market.
That's awesome.
That blows me away because I've had to, have food stamps in my life, and had I had that option back then to be able to buy better things, I would have totally done it. I would have absolutely done it.
It's an awesome program.
So 10 to 12 every single Tuesday, Main Street Library. Come out and see the Tasty Tuesday Market. And then Saturday, January 6th, we'll start back open our Saturday market, which will be right here in our Habitat Garden at the front entrance. We have about 3 vendors from Tasty Tuesday. We're hoping to build that up. And anybody who's a grower out there and wants to come learn or share or be a part of it, come out and see me. We do have an online market as well. That gives folks who work during the week that opportunity to maybe order that stuff online. Click, order, pick up on Saturday and pay. It's that easy.
Doesn't get any easier than that, does it?
And it's all organic. So everything that our growers or vendors will post online is all right from our community, organic, grown, and handmade. So that it doesn't get any better than that.
You get bored out here?
I don't ever get bored out here, and you know, every job has a time. You come in at this time and you leave at this time. And the beauty of having a job that you love to do is it's an extraordinary feeling because you never get tired of it. You know, I could leave here at 12, which I have. I could leave at 1, I could leave at 2. But sometimes after my volunteers leave, I'll hang out with the chickens, just do a walk around and just gather my peace before I go home to see my kids. And it is just, if you're having a bad day, if you're just really needing to get your mind space cleared, come out to this garden. Go to the Grand Garden. It's a community garden, so you don't have to ask permission. You just come out there and breathe it in, absorb it, and you will feel 100% better.
So you're not waiting for the clock to go home, huh?
I usually don't. Unless I have something that I have to do for someone, then I don't typically rush. Now Friday, again today, I'll be going over to the Grand Garden, doing my watering and weeding and my tasks for the day, but join me there.
Cool.
You know, every Friday I'm there at 3 o'clock.
So if people want to find you, the Grand Garden, the
Grand
Habitat Garden.
3, Habitat Garden here. You're going to find me at one or the other.
All right.
Monday through Saturday.
Cool, Sylvia.
Yes.
Thank you up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you
Appreciate
so much.
it. Yeah, you're doing good work. I mean, it's just amazing the educational aspect. I think you're.
Well, for me too, because I didn't go to school for this, and you know, not a lot of people do. When you're born with a passion or a gift, you didn't go to school for it. It was instilled in you. And even growing up in Florida, more of a tropical beach state, I still was around growth, flowers, plants, loved it. And when I could do it without killing them, and it just happened naturally, I just knew it was something that I loved. And inside it made me feel wonderful. So again, to be at the age that I am now and feeling great and learning every day and having this job, it isn't anything that anybody else couldn't accomplish. If it's not gardening, if that's not your passion, you need to do what you love to do. But you have to eat right. Everybody has to eat.
That's very true.
So you go to the places where you know you're going to get the best. And for me, I guess I could be biased, and I love Newport Richey, but our gardens are the best, and the people here are the best.
I love it. Thank you, Sylvia.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.